Okay, so now what we intended on doing in the first place, the message of the day. Not dismissing what just happened because that was wonderful and beautiful, and yes, we're doing it. So, all right. So, I want to get to it. Um, you know, um, seduce your higher self with acts of service. Take it easy on your avatar, rest, um, and do things, at least one thing kind to yourself, even if it's like staying in bed for 5 more minutes, because you absolutely need to. Just listen to your body, okay? I'm gonna tell you a story. I thought about this story and how best to get you in touch with your shadow. This story is called Alyna Meets Shadow. Forgive me. Give me 1 second. Fast forward if you need to. I don't know if I'll put a timestamp because honestly I don't have the capacity for that right now. So I probably won't put a timestamp. So I'll just stop talking so you know when to. Okay, you can push play now. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Alyna Meets Shadow. That's what the story is called. Alyna meets or understands now that she has likes and dislikes. Can I do this, please? Thank you. Alyna meets, but Alyna now understands that she has likes and dislikes. The things she enjoys doing or hopes to be one day. Her interests, right? And she sees these things called interests, and in her mind, they become her friends, right? She has a friend Music who has many colors and feelings. And she has her friend Art who is pure white. And this is to allow Alyna to create all that her eyes see. She has all of her animal friends and lots of cake too. She has a world full of friends called interests. And as the days passes, she invites more friends, more interests. Kind of like Newt Scamander's suitcase, but she invites them into her heart. These friends her mind creates for her. So they all reside in her heart. And as you can imagine, Alyna's heart got very, very, very big because all of her cool friends, they just all hang out in her heart, and she just has this big, 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 big heart, right? And this is an awesome thing. Awesome. You know why? Because the bigger your heart is, the bigger it is, the more colors and shapes and things you can see with your eyes. One day, Alyna was playing at the playground, and some bigger kids passed by, and as they were passing by, they were laughing at her, laughing at Alyna, and making their face, they're pulling apart their face, yeah? Why does her eyes look like that? Ugh, gross, why? And they laughed at her. Alyna realized she didn't like that feeling, whatever she was feeling, you know? What was this feeling? I felt like a heaviness in her heart, right? And it wouldn't go away. This heaviness. If only she could just take a piece, just a piece of it, you know? Just take a little piece and maybe just put it off somewhere, just make it so that all of her friends can't go in that part where it was pierced. You know, and they could just, you know, her heart was big enough. Her heart was very big, so they could just go in another area. They could go another area, it's fine. And so, in that justification, Alyna allowed the jaggedness of shame to create shadows. And in these shadows were some of her friends called interests. These interests that were her friends were lost in the shadows. These pieces of herself, these moments that created a spark, are now hidden in the shadows, and they're lost. So, anytime Alyna's heart was pierced, to heal her heart, she thought shutting it down was the solution. But what she was actually doing was creating jaggedness within her heart. And in that jaggedness were the shadows that hid pieces of herself that were sparked. And she didn't know it. She didn't. She only shut her heart down, creating these jaggednesses because she just wanted to let them know, hey, this part's closed off for a little bit. But she never went to go open it back up. And there her shadows lie. And the jaggedness of shame. In her heart. If you were to look at your shadow work that way, then maybe that could assist you. The message of the day is to do shadow work, is to say hello to some of the pieces of yourself that are hidden in shame, and understand why there's shame behind that. And when you leave Shadow's table, you walk away with peace. This peace is knowing that you have made amends with a heavy piece of your heart, and you feel lighter. And peace is an ultimate catalyst, because peace allows for true forgiveness. Forgiveness absent of records, right? If we're looking at 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. Love does not hold records. So let's make our heart absent of records, because that's where love resides, is our heart. We allow for true forgiveness absent of records, a forgiveness that restores neutrality within your heart. Space. Space to create the life that you want. Choice is the pen. That's choice. And choice writes your story. It writes your story. But you and I, we are the author, the writers of our story. So, be nice to yourself. And in order to be nice to yourself, you have to know yourself, including your shadow self. Quit abandoning and neglecting and talking shit about your shadow self. Love yourself. that is it for tonight. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to our meeting again. I'm just asking if there's anything else. Use words intentionally. You know, the things that we say, like, oh, my leg is killing me. We say those things without... Thanks, Mike, by the way. But we say those things without... Yeah, 20 years later, I get it. But thank you. That's a side note. Anyway, we say those things and we don't realize the power and the energy behind that. So, like I said, I don't know if I said it in this one or the previous one that I just did, the video that I just did, but we desensitize the word where it loses its power in our minds. We're desensitized to the words, I should say. But really the word still carries the same energy. Oh yes, that's what it is. It's desensitized in our head because we repeat it and we keep hearing it, and it's that cognitive behavioral therapy kind of situation. Like, it's cognitive, it's repeated over and over again, that it eventually it becomes okay. You eventually become okay if you're told you're okay, you're okay, you're okay, you will be okay. Well, not really, but like if someone called you stupid every day, right? And then that's changed, cognitive behavioral therapy. What are you going to do? You're going to uplift the person. You're going to put them in an environment of upliftment, you know? So it's like that. Would that be... Oh, God. I need to stop. I'm going to stop for now. Oh, it's like Metatron's cube. So many possibilities. So many shapes and structures, and you can get lost in it. My thoughts are like Metatron's cube. Anyway. Let me know if you resonate with that. Okay. It's okay to say goodbye now. Dream big. That's what I want to say. Dream big. Because I will be. If you'd like, you can join me in Vietnam tonight. I'll have turquoise sails on the boat. Come. I hope I don't stand you up and get distracted with something else because of my Metatron cube mind. But hey, others will join and they are just as fucking cool. Yes, I did call myself cool. I just realized that. Man, this confidence. Yes. Okay. Good night. Good night. Dream big.